Hi, my name is Amy Penn, and this is Josh Fagerberg, and he has been my mentor for the past 6 months for the Career Start Mentorship program.
I'm one of the worship leaders here on staff at Cedar Mill. Was responsible for Sunday morning gatherings for a long time, and now I'm moving and working more closely with our youth and young adult teams, getting sets together for that, bands for that, working with our youth and young adult pastors to make those gatherings really meaningful, and raise up young leaders, which is part of what we're doing with Amy.
As a lot of you know, I have been doing worship leading at Faith Bible for a long time, and I've also been doing a lot at Cedar Mill Bible Church, but I really wanted to get a little bit more info on the job and what actually happens during the week, not just on Sunday mornings. So that's what Josh has been teaching me a lot about the sound system and what it looks like to pick songs that are meaningful, that match the sermon, what it's like to be a leader and be responsible for a team in the way that they're represented on stage. And even just the basics like making sure the back room is clean and making sure all the mics are set up right. Yeah, there's just a lot more to the job than meets the eye.
Okay, so this is our chapel space. This is our stage that we use for youth and young adults. Anytime we have worship, it goes down pretty much right here. And that looks differently week to week, depending on who's on, what songs we're doing, what instruments we have, how big of a team we're using. And a lot of it comes down to the prep work of getting stuff set up and tear down and doing line checks and making sure things sound really good. The last thing you want is to put a lot of work into something and for it to just sound awful. So really our goal is to just do things excellently, make things look nice, but also just sound good so that people are able to, so it's not distracting, so people are able to enter into worship easier. We're kind of trying to facilitate a physical and auditory space in a way that best helps people be able to engage in worship. And it's a big responsibility, and a lot of it is just kind of little tasks here and there of cable management and line checking, like making sure everything doesn't sound like we're in a tunnel. It's a lot of little things, but in the end, it all adds up to be a really amazing thing to see God use that and have that be something that's a spiritual experience for people to be able to enter into worship, praise God, and learn more about Him. And it's a really beautiful thing, and it's a big responsibility, but it's a lot of fun to do the prep work of that too.
So this is the back room of the chapel, and I spent a lot of time with Josh just organizing and cleaning and making sure that everything in here works. So everything that is in here is working condition and we use on a regular basis. Okay, and this is Planning Center Online, which is what most churches use for getting out scheduling and the songs and the keys and all that stuff. So it is super, super handy, and Josh has taught me a lot about how to use it and how to make things super organized and just easy to use for people so that they can practice and get prepared for whatever worship set is coming up.
Okay. So the back half of what we do before getting ready for Sunday is a lot of tech stuff. So we have tons of great tools at Cedar Mill, which we are super, 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 super grateful for, because that helps set us up for success, helps us become better as musicians, better as a band as a whole. So we use, for example, iPads that have our chord charts on it, so we can refer back to those. We have an app that also allows us to be able to change what instruments we're listening to in our in-ear monitors. And so part of Amy's internship that she's been doing and filming videos is just learning how to use these tools, how to get things prepared and set up. For example, another thing that we use is we use clicks or tracks, and so kind of being able to learn how to use these tools, very basic light board functioning, very basic like slides for lyrics, essentially just kind of getting a background on all the different tools that we're using to be able to put together a Sunday morning gathering. And I think that it can easily, we were actually talking about this the other day, it can be tricky to find the line between like, how is this worship and not a performance or a production? And I think that the cool thing that we get to use these tools to help set us up for success, so that when we are leading on a Sunday or a Monday or a Wednesday, it's less likely that we're going to be thinking entirely about the technical details, because we've done all that work up front, where we've practiced, we have put the work in so that we're able to just enter into worship and lead people from that place instead of being frantically trying to figure out what's going wrong or why is this. Not to say that nothing ever goes wrong, because sometimes things do go wrong. But when we do the hard work up front of getting everything prepared and scheduled and set up and practiced, it really sets us up for success to be able to lead to the best of our ability. So that's what a lot of stuff that happens up here, just getting stuff ready for a Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Okay.
Yep. All right, so the big project that we've been working on over the course of the mentorship program is for the summer kickoff for youth. We are going to do a worship night, so that leaves a lot of responsibility for us to come up with the team and the song list and just the flow of the night and how we want it to go and what message we want to present to the youth to start off summer and to really show what the youth group is about. So that is going to be happening sometime in June, so I can't really show a lot of what we've done, but there's just a lot of planning and a lot of coordination with the youth pastors.
And it's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. Actually, you're all invited. If you're a youth,
please come. It's going to be a really rad night.
I'll give details on the date, but it is going to be a really rad night. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
Hey fam. Hey vloggers.
What's up, YouTube?
Make sure to slam that like and subscribe button and stay tuned.